What's going on, future entrepreneurs? Welcome back to the favorite channel where we talk passive income, stocks, crypto, and affiliate marketing. Go ahead and give me the LNS special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content to help me get to 500 subs by the end of the new month. Let's get into today's video. We're going to be talking about COTPS in a minute, which is crypto over-the-counter passive income system in just a second. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and get to this disclaimer. This channel and the information included are not intended to serve as a substitute for financial consultation. Certain issues, concerns, and conditions always require the advice of appropriate legal professionals. Me pretty much saying I'm not your financial advisor. Seek financial help when necessary. If you need to read this in its entirety, come back and read it in your spare time and hit the pause button while do so. Let's get into today's video. Today, I think it's day number 35. On my journey in the COTPS system. And for those of you who here are new, I started probably about 35 days ago, and I think I started with 800, and I put it in the account, and then I added 100 more, then I added 200 more, and I think I added 500 more, so I pretty much just started with 800. And about 35 days in, I've added about, let me go to my little spreadsheet here, I've added a total of $1,306 in the account over time. There was 104, I added 17. I gave away $60 to people on my team. I gave away $100 to people who joined my team for a giveaway, which is pretty much over now. Everybody who pretty much got in time have the money that I sent to them. And right now I'm at $3,070. Today ended up being a little low because the reason I have my spreadsheet and the reason it's low is because I start at 8:30. I do mine from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. But the system also has a way to show you how much you made daily as well. That's just my way of tracking. Some people stay up till midnight because it resets at midnight. As you can see right here, it's already saying the income from transactions is $36, and it's more now because I turned the automation bot back on, which pretty much does the transactions for me. All I would do is click this button, and it'll give me an option to buy and sell, which pretty much crypto arbitrage is what the system does. It buys the USDT crypto tether TRC20 which is the Tron network, and it resells it for you to someone else who's looking to buy whatever those particular amount of USD tether cryptos are, and you make a profit off of it. That's how we get to make the 3% every single day. It's pretty much a crypto arbitrage system where it goes throughout the internet and it finds USDT tether people who are looking to buy, and it buys low and sells high. That's pretty much it. Just to give you a quick example of how that happened and what it would look like. Let's go to coinmarketcap.com. It's pretty much a site where you can look up cryptocurrencies, and I'll just show you because I never thought about this. I never looked and tried to see if that was even a prop or even something that could be done. So we're going to take one of the new coins that's trending right now. We're going to go to ApeCoin. And a quick note for you: if you come to this site, coinmarketcap.com, and you don't know where to buy the crypto, you can come down here. You can press market, and that will show you where all of those coins can be bought on the exchanges, on the wallets that it can be purchased on. Close this, and as you can see, Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Gate.io, FTX. I don't know what that is. Like Kuboy, can you pronounce that right? But you can buy it on that network. Uniswap, Kraken, Gemini, all those are networks or even apps you can get on your phone where you can download. I have most of these, and you can buy the ApeCoin if that's what you desire to do. Now, if you look at the prices just right here, you can see that there's a discrepancy in the prices just on these couple that I'm showing: $17.01, $17, $17.02, $16.97, $17.31. And if you were to do this on your own, it probably would take you a little while. But it would take a while for you to get this done. What the system does is it finds it for you, and it does this for you. But with this particular one, you probably could do it on your own, but most likely most of them you can't because they're so close that you just won't have you'd have to sit here all day and go from one exchange to another exchange. You have to open up all the accounts on different exchanges, and then you have to wait for the transaction to go from one account to the other account, and then you have to wait for it to clear and all this other kind of stuff. But the system pretty much does it for you. And as you can see from my account, that it's pretty much it's automated, so you don't have to really do anything. All I actually do every day is wake up and log to my account, press a refresh button, and it shows me my profits for the day, and I don't really have to do anything. Like, what it would do is something like it would come into the system. The system would find these deals for you. Like, it would buy it at 17, or it would probably buy it at 16.97 and resell it at 17.02. But it's not just buying one; it's buying multiple coins for you and reselling them at a high rate. That's why we have the bot. The bot does it for us. So it's a passive income source, but you don't really have to touch it. I pretty much started off, and I pretty much set it up with the free bot that I use, which was iMacros. And after a couple of days, after I made sure everything was fine, I let it run, and I would do just to check it every day. And then my team came up with a bot, and that particular bot does something different. I'm going to address that in another video, because there's like at least 4 different bots, if I'm not mistaken, that you can get. Some you have to pay for, some you don't. And let's go back to the COTPS site. And let's see. Right here, what this means right here in the transaction, this is the money that's been, this is the money that was used, plus the profits, all sitting right here, that the system has done the arbitrage for you. So this is pretty much the money, including the money for the day that was made, which if you look at my, let's go back to that chart. I already got the color. Let's go, exit drawing. If you go back to my chart here, it shows that I was at 30.50 on yesterday. This was at like not long ago, around like 30.70. So that's where we at right now. So throughout the day, it's gonna pick up more. And yesterday I just started at 30.50, and I turned the bot off so I can take care of the giveaway for those who I have to send the thing that I was going to get to them, which was the money to their account. So that's the one way you have to if you're making a withdrawal, you have to pause the bot, because while the money is over here, you can't withdraw. You have to wait until it transfers back to here, which after it completes the transaction, it takes 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes before it makes the complete transaction, and then you pause your bot, and then you make your withdrawals. That's how you do it, but you have to remember to turn it back on. I forgot to turn mine back on, so me forgetting to turn it back on, it caused me some momentum, but that's okay. I got it back on, and now it's back running on its own, and you can see the transactions here. And that was at 6:55, so in about another 2 hours, 2:15, so around 9, somewhere around 9:15, 9:20, it'll be completing the transactions again, and the bot will come back and I'll do all of that for you. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I can go through the account to show you the interface a little bit. Right here, you can see the transactions that were made 2 this morning while I was sleeping, around 7 a.m. And this is how many that was in the transaction. On the first one is always the biggest. This one was 1,903, and this is the profit, which $5.70. Now that may not seem like a lot, but let's just use this $5.70 for this one example just to show you how this, and then it turns into a snowball effect, a compound interest, because every day you're multiplying. So let's just upgrade that to, I'll just round it up to $6. Let's say you're earning $6 per transaction, and the transaction cycle is going to be this whole cycle. And once it starts all the way down until you can't get any more. It may be a little bit more than that, but let's just say for this particular cycle, it was $6 per cycle. There's normally 12 cycles per day, or 11, about 10 to 11 cycles per day. Well, let's see, because it's about every 2 hours. So we'll just say about 11 cycles per day. So 6 times, if you do that times 11, and that's going to be $66. But it's not going to be $66 every single day. You're going to multiply over time because of the snowball effect, because of the compound effect. If you pretty much just, what I do is I leave my profits in, I don't take them out, and I won't be making a withdrawal until I get to a certain amount. And once I get to that certain amount, I'm more than likely going to do another giveaway. I'm just going to let my money compound and let it stay in. You don't have to do that particular strategy. You can come up with your own strategy. Just make sure it's a strategy that you're comfortable with. Some people, the money they put in, like I put in $700 when I first started. Some people take their 700 out as soon as they double, and they just let the money stay in after that, and they may add more after that. Probably not, but most people after they put in their investment, they take out their initial investment and they go from there. So from that point on, everything is 100% profit. There's another guy I saw. He's up to about 4,000 per day. Actually, more than that. He's probably making 5,000 per day using this exact same system. It's going to depend on the deposit that you put in. The minimum is like $9. You can put in more. Some people put in way more. Some people put in like 10,000. It was one guy who put in 20,000. So I mean, I don't think there's really a limit. The only limit is depending on where you send your money from to the system. Like if you're using Coinbase, there may be a limit. If you're using Uniswap, there may be a limit. It's going to depend on where it's coming from, and you may just have to do a couple transactions to get it in. But this system absolutely works. It's 100% no fee. It's 100% free to join. There's no monthly fees. The way that this company makes the money is pretty much they charge you a fee for the transactions, and they take a little bit of your profits, and that's pretty much it. And I don't get paid unless you get paid. So I'll be leaving the link below for those of you that do want to join. Okay, now let's move on to some other tabs so I can show you the rest of the particular system. Now the home page is here. It pretty much shows all the transactions that are going on live right now. And as you can see, some people are making $9 a transaction, $1 per transaction, 18 cents, $4.59. Some people are making $10 per transaction, 24, not per transaction, but for one of their transactions, $24. $22. And as you look at my account, you can see what it's going to take to have this amount of money. And this pretty much is a lot of money right here per transaction. So they have a pretty decent amount of money in their account, $9, $1. So it's different amounts, different people. Pretty much with transactions, they're more than likely just using the bot, just like most people are. I mean, you can start off doing it manually until you get your bot set up. And once you get the bot set up, just check it daily to make sure that it's working, to make sure it's functioning properly. And once you're comfortable with it functioning properly, you just let it run on its own. And you can just do like I do, check it once per day, just to, make sure you're making profits, which you pretty much will be once you set it up. And just to check to see how much you made for the day, just to see the progress. And I'm pretty much kept a spreadsheet so I can see my progress and show you guys my progress. I am going to be starting another series where I added $20 into a small account. Well, I'm going to be showing a video on that once per week because it's so small. You probably won't be making a lot per week, but I'm just going to start another video with that particular account that I started. But you can open up multiple accounts in here as well. You just have to make sure that you use a different email address and use a different number. You can use the same name, but you could use a different email address and a different telephone number because you have to use your telephone number. They don't go off of usernames. They go off of mobile numbers. And let's see, what's the next tab? Transaction hall, that's the one we just left. This pretty much refreshes for you. This is going to show you the income from the transaction, the income stats. This is where some people can go to see how much you made for the day. And as you can see, this was yesterday, which was at $97. As you can see, every day it gets bigger, 59. And it may go up once. It may go up and it may go down a little bit one day, but it goes right back up the next day. That's just how it works at times. So you see 59 here, 67, then 62, then 66, then 68. So that, see, it went up 67, then it went down to 62, then it went up to 66, to 68, 74. As you can see, it's just constantly multiplying. It's constantly, that was a big jump here because I made a deposit. So normally you see right here, it only jumped like a couple dollars, maybe $5, $6, and then I made a deposit and it jumped to $12. And I probably would be at $100 by this day or this day. But I went ahead and did what I had to do for that particular section. And let's move on to the next one. Come back to this page, and we're going to go to, most people don't talk about this one. I'll talk about this in a different video. It's a whole other page right here. You can do something totally different. Go to that page. Recharge, pretty much deposit, withdrawal, the simple withdrawal. Transfers is when you're transferring to another user. Most of this I'm not going to go through, but this is my team, the people who actually decided to join under me. And the only information it will give you is the ID. So if you need contact them, you more than likely won't be able to contact them unless you do it through video or unless you collect these their emails throughout a certain way. See, right here it shows how much I would make in referrals, which for some reason, I'm not sure why, but normally the level 1 is not really a lot on very few people. Everyone I've seen who's showing their income, the first level is the least and the third level seems to be the most for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. But let's go to level 2. As level 2, it shows I've earned 72 cents, probably in the last 2 hours, because what I do with my bot, the bot that my team use, it comes back and it redoes all of this for me, so I don't have to touch that as well. And the level 3 is pretty much 0 right now. So right now, that's pretty much it, guys. That's most of the app. You can go to cotps.com or just click the link down below and go there. And that's it, guys. This is a passive income trucker. I'm out.